of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
Hey, it's Ann Perry, and today's topic of discussion is Master Numbers 11 in Love. So we're going to be talking today about the life path number 4 and how it interacts with the master number 11. So this is the fourth in a series of 9 videos I've created for you, exploring who's the best match for master number 11. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be telling you that this is the right match or this is the wrong match, but I'm going to be giving you all kinds of information to help you stay informed, to help you be educated and understand the different pros and cons for each life path number. So before you get yourself involved with somebody, you might want to pay attention and listen up. All right, are you ready? Okay, let's go and take a look. So what does the master number 11 need? We need to explore that first. I know if you've watched the other 3 videos, you probably already know this, but for those of you who have not watched my previous videos, you need to know that 11s have a very distinct need to control their environment. Okay, they like to control their living space and their workspace for that matter. They really like peaceful and harmonious atmospheres. Okay, they like to have a bit of a zen kind of a feel to where they work and where they live. No chaos for them. They need support so that they can explore their potential. They've got tremendous creative potential. Remember that double 1 energy is all about getting in touch with and embracing your creative potential. So you need someone who's going to support you with that. You need someone who's loyal and dependable because those are very, very important qualities to you. You want someone who's romantic. You want flowers and chocolate and wine and whatever the guys want. This is not about the girls' moment, I guess, but whatever you guys want, you deserve it because you're romantic partners. Someone who is sensitive to the arts. They really enjoy theater and music and poetry and film, all that sort of thing. Someone who's strong but not too domineering or too dominant in the relationship is what the 11s really need. So what does the life path number 4 need? Well, the life path number 4 is someone who is a planner. And they want a plan that can be executed step by step. So if you don't think that you can live by that, a 4 is probably not going to be the right match for you. They need someone who respects their need to control the money. So if you have maybe some more 8 energy in your core numbers, you might have a need to control the money. Or if you've got a 4 core number somewhere else in your chart. That's why having a reading done is probably a pretty good idea to understand what your other core numbers are. The 4s also need someone who appreciates their need to be accountable for everything. They have a huge need to be responsible. They have a huge need to be on time. Oh my God, my dad, God bless him. He had such a need to be on time. He had watches everywhere, every corner of the house. Like I think he thought if he was late for anything, the world would spontaneously combust. So they have a real need to be on time. If you're a 4, you know what I'm talking about. They need someone who's going to honor their interest in their family. 4s have a huge connection to their family. So if you're not interested in having a connection to their family, you probably want to steer clear of a 4. Someone who will honor their amazing work ethic. These are the workaholics, right? The 4s are people that are so focused with an attention to detail, and they just leave no stone unturned. If they're an accountant, they will stay up night and day until they find out where that last penny went. You know, if the books don't balance, they're there to make it balance. They need someone who can encourage them to take a risk because a 4 is not a risk taker. Okay, 11s really aren't either, but being supportive of their need occasionally to take a risk is important. Someone who can help them feel safe when taking risks. So if you don't think that you can rise to that occasion, again, the 4 is probably not going to be a good fit for you. However, if you want somebody who's going to keep you on track, who's going to keep you focused and accountable and manage the house in a more of a structured way, that's a great fit. These guys are awesome at that. What do each of you bring to the relationship? Well, the master number 11s, they always bring a sense of compassion and sensitivity and fair play. They're always going to be interested in the spiritual side of life. They have an interest in the divination arts, esoteric things. It's all good for them. Creativity in all levels, understanding. They see all sides of a situation. They have great vision. They're great listeners. Very loyal, very dependable, very inspiring. They're passionate people with a need for romance and a huge need for partnership. Now, the life path number 4, They bring to the relationship a sense of organization. You know, if you're going on a trip, you want to know that your bags will be packed, your passport's going to be here, your schedule, where you have to be, when you have to be there, it's going to be all laid out for you, because that's what the fours do. The fours are kind of like, you know, if they put their toothbrush here and it kind of goes over here, they're kind of like, you know what? It kind of goes over here, right? They're sort of black and white in that way. They're not very flexible. I think of the fours. When I think about the four, I think of an oak tree. They're solid, they're grounded, they're practical, right? Sometimes they could use a little bit more willow tree, right? But they're strong and practical and very dependable. They have tremendous integrity, super honest people, honesty, loyalty, the truth, all very, very important to them. Integrity is everything to them. Accountability, they're planners, they're very grounded people. They're very much about their security. So if you're an 11 who maybe has a heart's desire number of a 5, the 5 has a need to kind of spend it all, live for the moment, let's go, let's play. That is not going to work well with a 4, because the 4 is somebody who is more geared towards knowing that they've got money in the bank, knowing that their bills are covered, knowing that they've got money for the future in case something happens. They're always worried about what happens if, you know. They have a huge devotion to their home and to their family, and they're very, very, very focused on the details. So if you're looking for somebody who's going to keep you on track, maybe help to support you in your business, to take care of the bookkeeping, that kind of thing, great relationship, no question. Now, let's take a look at the negative aspects to the 11 and the negative aspects to the life path number 4. Now remember that there's a negative side to every number. There's a strong side to every number, or a positive side to each number as well. The 11s, they have a tougher road to hoe, I guess, because they're, you know, they come up with 3 digits, right? 2 1s and a 2. And the 1 energy is a very strong masculine energy. So if you look at it from the point of view of a scale, they're always trying to find balance, but they've got 2 1s, all right, that are sort of heavier, more male energy. And then they have that 1 2, which is the feminine energy. So they're constantly trying to do this, right, to try and figure out where they fit, and how much should they assert themselves, and how much should they be kind of sensitive and staying back and being a little bit shy. The 4s, on the other hand, well, they could be a 22-4, they could be a 13-4, they could be a 31-4. There's different ways to be a 4, but they don't have that same intensity coming into it that the master number 11s do. Now, master number 11s, they can be very sensitive. They are very sensitive. Let's call it what it is. They are very sensitive people. They're people pleasers. They give to excess. They tend to put themselves out there to support people, sometimes to the point of being exhausted, right? They just give and they give and they give until they're totally burnt out. This comes from their need to have one-on-one relationships and a fear that if they don't give, that they won't be accepted, that they might be shunned or rejected. Okay, or a sense of abandonment, if you will. They get really frustrated with their position in life because they always feel like they're supposed to be somewhere better than where they are. They're always looking for the next best thing. They have a real need for partnership. They can be smothering. You know, they can be a little bit smothering. They can be a little bit too clingy, if you will. They can set unrealistic standards for themselves. They set that bar way too high. When they set it too high, sometimes if they don't meet that goal that they've set for themselves, they don't meet their own expectations. And when that happens, they feel really low. They feel really badly about themselves because they are perfectionists, right? So they feel a little low, a little bit depressed, feeling a sense of failure. So that brings on the depression. The 4s, on the other hand, can be very stubborn. When I think about a 4, I think 4 posts into the ground. You've heard me say it before. I'm saying it again. 4 posts into the ground makes a 4, right? So these guys are solid. They're inflexible, okay? They see things in black and white. The 11s, on the other hand, they have vision, and they strive for balance. So they like to see both sides of a situation. The 4s are very fixed in their thinking, right? It either is or it isn't. It's either black or it's white, right? They can become a little too focused on lack rather than on abundance. They tend to fall to the half-empty cup mentality, and they really are good at living with a pity party and the victim t-shirt. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the victim t-shirt, you might want to check out my video. If you're a life path number 4, or you're involved in somebody who's life path number 4, and you're a little bit frustrated with their whole sense of lack, and I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm just saying, remember, there's a positive and a negative side to each number. If you fall, and we're talking about the negative side here, if you fall to the negative side of the 4, you tend to live a pity party and feel like, woe is me, the world is against me. The 4 is someone who tends to refuse to take risks because they're just too afraid of losing it all. They get a little too committed to routine. They have to have a plan. When they wake up in the morning, they need to know what they're doing. And they might have an unhealthy attachment to their family. So a real fear of leaving a child, for example. So the 11s have a need for peace and serenity, a little bit of quiet time. So when they become parents and you bring in a new child who's very needy and whatnot, that can really stress out an 11. So if an 11 is attached to a 4 and the 4 has a huge need never to leave that baby alone, the 11 might just go bonkers because they really do need time away from the chaos of raising a family. So are the 11s and the life path number 4 is compatible? Well, ask yourself this. I can't tell you if you're compatible or not, but I can offer you this. Can I accept that a life path number 4 plays by the rules and will have a hard time breaking them? Will I be okay living by a sometimes very rigid routine? Will I be okay allowing the life path number 4 to dominate this relationship? Can I accept their attachment to their families? If you don't like their family going into it, you better reconsider. Can I live with a neat freak? These guys are organized, right? They don't like clutter. They don't like to have stuff all over the place. They're really, if you leave your stuff around, be prepared to go looking for it because you're not going to find it because they will have found some place for it if you didn't find it first. Am I willing to let someone control the finances in the house? If controlling the finances is something that you'd like to do, you might have a hard time fighting the number 4 for it. But if you're looking for somebody who is dependable, reliable, just like a good old car, someone that's going to be there on time, someone that's going to get the kids where they need to go, someone who's going to run the house like it runs on the top, this is the person you want to be hooked up with. Okay, that is it. Life path number 11 with the life path number 4. Does it work? I don't know. You got to figure that out for yourself, but you got to take a look at your whole chart to understand, does it really fit? Does it really, really work? So if you're considering a relationship, you might want to consider having a reading done. I'm happy to look at that for you. I also do relationship compatibility charts, actually, and the relationship compatibility chart takes a look at you all by yourself and your potential partner or your existing partner all by yourself, and then we blend the two of you together. It's kind of a cool way to understand what you're all about. I have a website I'd love for you to visit. I have a newsletter there. Don't send out that often, but if there's anything really important going on, you'll be the first to know. And on my Facebook page, I'd love it if you would follow me there because I post something new on numerology every single day. So if you're a numerology keener and you want to learn more, that is the place to hang out. Please subscribe to my channel. I have a little bit of a goal going on where I want to reach a certain level of subscriptions. And I'd love it if you'd help me to do that. Share the channel if you think what I have to say is worthwhile and beneficial to someone else. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If there's any questions you need answered, you just pop them in down below. I will do my utmost to take care of that and get them answered for you. All right, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.